in the civil service, I believe we can also begin to mention ethics, civil service ethics, all over states of the Federation. There is this insinuation, this assumption that it is civil servants that teach the politicians how to steal. I don't know if you have ever heard this, and then what would you like to say about this?
Thank you. I've heard about it, but I don't believe in it. Nǹkan tó bá wà nínú èèyàn ni kí ni wọ́n ló ń pààyàn bá, ló ti ń pààyàn bá. If you have that integrity and you don't want to steal, nobody can teach you how to steal and you will steal. And I believe that the civil servants are not the people that is teaching anyone to be corrupt. In fact, the civil servants are usually afraid to get involved in that. No, I'm not saying that we don't have criminals. Too, because we're all human. The civil service is a system that has human beings. So, if the supervisor or the political leaders come in with integrity, with clear mind, and they didn't want to steal government money, they don't want to be corrupt, they don't want to get things that are illegal done, I believe that no civil servants can force them to get it done. They are up there, they are supervisors, for crying out loud. They are supervisors. Will you force your supervisors to do something that is evil or to do something that is against his will? You do what he asks you to do. And if you believe that what he is asking you to do is not something you believe you should do, you let him know. And if you believe that the person wants to still force you, you can report to another supervisor, or another level of supervisor, possibly in the civil service. Maybe there's something they can do about it. So I don't believe, and I don't share the idea that it is the civil servants that teaches our political office holders an art of corruption.
You have an unblemished...
Sorry, Tola, we'd like to take a short commercial break now. We'll be right back.
Okay. Thank you.
Home is under attack, but not for long, because Hypo is here. Dirty floors and surfaces.
Not on our watch.
Dirty and stains no fit do us shakara. We got the remedy, original palasa. Hypo, go hypo.
Germs always find a way back.
No greed. Protect every day with Hypo.
Hypo, go hypo.
You're welcome back. We're still hosting our #1 civil servant in Oyo State, and I'm talking about Mrs. Olubomi, MNI. We've been engaging her, asking her so many questions, and I think you are also enjoying yourself and flowing as we are asking our questions. My own question now is, how do we appreciate or encourage those outstanding officers, deserving officers, who have been doing well in the course of their duties and responsibilities in the service?
It's levels. As a supervisor, you should encourage your staff daily. When they do very well, when they carry their assignments as in a way that you believe that they have done well, encourage them. Appreciate them. Even a word of thank you, well done, is something. Some people will say that when their file comes back and there was no correction in it, they feel loved, they feel satisfied, they feel fulfilled. It's part of it's part of encouragement. It's part of reward. However, we have encouraged the heads of MDAs to, from time to time, either monthly or quarterly, look out for their best worker, best staff, and encourage them with token. It might be gifts, it might be cash. Call all of them together and ask them to pray for the person or sing for the person or whatever, in any form that you feel that the person will get encouraged or happy. That is one. Another one is that we have a state merit award program. It is these people that you have selected from January to the period we are asking for submission that we now consider who has done very well out of them, and you recommend that person. If you have been doing that in the past, when you now choose that person, others will not see it as if you are being that you are not doing the best, or you are not choosing the right person. So the state has a merit award program. We always institute a committee. The committee will ask input from various MDAs. They will bring their names, and the committee will now call these people, interview them. What is it that you feel that you have done that has made you to be to merit this award program? So it is your defense. It is your defense. It is your contribution. It is what they have written down that you have done actually well, that they will now look at along with your interview, and they will now pick people. And at the end of it all, His Excellency will give them handshake, we give them flag, we give them certificate, we give them cash reward. That is how the state actually showcased the reward system for people. Sometimes you reward them with training. When there is opportunity for training, and you see if the slot is just about 6 or 7, you will see the person that is giving the best, and it is that person that you will send for the training. And sometimes you can arrange that, okay, this person has actually done well. Post him to a particular place where he will be able to give the best in him so that the service can improve. And at that place, the person might be lucky to also benefit some other rewards. But if you know that this person is a lazy person, he has not been doing well, you now post the person there. You not even give him, you only try to encourage him that it's better you also do well. If you do well, you will also get the same benefits. So that is the way we reward within the system.
Okay. Do we still have overseas training in your state for civil servants?
Yes, we do have overseas training for civil servants. But it depends on the request, the content, who is applicable. If the training is about personnel, we'll send people that are in that field. If the training is in the area of technical matters, we send people in the technical field for that training. So we have overseas training, we have national training, and we have local training. And we also have in-house training. We have done several in-house training this year that we call people from various cadres together to come for training, for workshop, for conferences or seminar. Most in-house training was organized by the Office of the Head of Service with the assistance of some other MDAs. Sometimes you do have training without cocoa, without water, without biscuits, but we know that we have benefited something. So because everything is not about what you take in, it's about what you can put here and you can deliver at your desk.
Okay. You have maintained an unblemished record, an impeccable record, and seeing you right to the peak of your career. Now, I want to take you back to the matter of ethics. Have you ever had to face pressure from colleagues who do not share your penchant for integrity? Especially when talking about unethical practices, have you ever had to face such pressures?
As head of service or as an officer?
As an officer, while you are progressing.
As an officer, I'm under supervision. So if you come to me, I will let them know that it's the committee that will decide on it. There is anything, there are sometimes you do have, but if you succumb, people will hear it outside and they will know that you have changed. And they will not be able to trust your judgment again. But it is better to let them know that this thing that you have come to me, I will not be able to assist you. This thing that you have come to me, this is the way I can assist you. If people know that you will not do what is not right, they will not even come to you at all. But if they know that they can get information from you on how to get things done better. You know, sometimes some people get involved in certain things and they are not actually the criminal in this regard. But they must have roped them in. So if they come before the committee and the committee sees that they should be pardoned or they should be exculpated or whatever, no problem. But as mine is, if it's something that I cannot assist you, I will tell you, I'm sorry, I will not be able to do this. But if it's something I can assist you, I will let you know why I want to assist you, how I can assist you, and all that. But if it's unethical, I won't.
That is why I want to ask him this question. The issue of discipline in the civil service. How about it? How has it been done? How far?
Discipline is ongoing. It depends on wherever the information is coming from.
Okay.
If there is an hearing officer, the person will be given query. It will be analyzed. 2 committees will be set up. The first one, investigative, the second one, administrative. And it is thereafter, depending on the level, that decision will be taken. If it's junior, it will head within the ministry. If it's senior, it will be taken to the Civil Service Commission. If it's management, it will be taken to Office of the Head of Service. So, it is, and like I said again, it's a committee affair. After the recommendation, action will now be taken. Discipline is still there. But if you are not an indisciplined officer, you will not know. But an indisciplined officer will know that there is discipline when they face the punishments for it. We have people have been dismissed, people have been compulsorily retired, people have been demoted, people have been suspended. It depends on what you have done, and it depends on the reprimand that should be meted to such people. So we have discipline in the service.
Pensioners and senior citizens in Nigeria, there's this question I have always asked, and I don't seem to get answers. The contributory pension scheme across the federation. What is wrong with that scheme? Because I do know that most civil servants are not happy with that scheme. They resist it anytime it is mentioned. And when I look at the details, it looks very laudable. What is the problem with the contributory pension scheme?
You know, we are used to defined benefit scheme because you are sure that you will get your benefits as and when due. I know that your pension will be paid to your death. But the current contributory pension scheme, otherwise known as CPS, did not have that feature. It will get to a particular age and they will tell you that you have exhausted your savings and you no longer be paid again. But the law is being reviewed. There was this meeting last week at the in Abuja on it. The law is being reviewed so that even when your savings has been exhausted, government will give money to the PFA, Pension Fund Administrator, will give money to them so that they can continue to pay such people till they are dead. But in the past, it's not there. It's even currently that His Excellency, the President Tinubu, just gave them that money. And in the past again, under the CPS, there is no gratuity. It is what they put in that they will get.
Okay.
But the current head of service of the Federation, Mrs. Didi Esther Wasinjak, has been able to do something about that and has been able to get gratuity for people that will be doing contributory pension scheme. But some people have not benefited it. It's only effective from when they will put in the law. So the law for contributory pension scheme is being reviewed, and I believe that as time goes by, it will work and it will help our people. In fact, because of the review, Oyo State also is planning to join the contributory pension scheme for our people that we have just engaged. That this administration engaged, they will be on contributory pension scheme rather than defined benefit scheme that the old civil servants are doing.
Okay, why do you think the bulk of pensioners in Nigeria, retirees, why do you think they never seem to end well when they leave a service? Is there something they failed to do while they were in the service?
End well? Or what?
Yes, exactly.
We do end well. We do end well. It depends on individuals.
Okay.
We do end well. The money might not be that much, but it's something that they can still do. They can still use it to do something worthwhile for themselves. It depends on individual. If while in service, you have invested your part of your salary into something that will bring in something for you, you get something from it.
That's difficult in a poor economy. It's difficult to set anything aside. You have children.
My brother, we have drivers that have houses, and their salaries are very small. It depends on your determination. It depends on your focus. And we have some people that their salary is not more than 70,000, and they would put their children in 150,000 school.
They want the best for their children.
They want the best for their children, but that does not matter. That does not matter. Product of public schools, and we have people out there that are product of private schools. And if they put us together, I'm better off. Some of these schools that they are wasting their money in, they don't even get the same value. But what I'll say here is that I want to appeal to our teachers even to do more. They are certified. They are certified. They are educated. They have what it takes to train a child to be the best. They should put in our best, and so that our people can put their children in their school, rather than I have big private schools where the milk our people will their hand money. So it depends on you. It depends on your focus. If you focus on, okay, by the time I want to retire, this is what I want to do. You can do a savings that every month, no matter what, this is how much I will put in that savings. Cooperative society, you can get, when you retire, there are a lot of end well schemes these days that you can also join. You assume that, okay, my salary currently is 80,000. What if I'm paid only 60,000? Would I not survive? I will survive. So it is that 20,000 above that 60,000 that I will be using as savings. Just assume that if peradventure I'm paid so a month, how do I do it? So the one that is above that peradventure, that is what you will keep. And that is what you will use when you retire. There is no economy that is poor. Night watchmen hand the list, yet they do great things. I have a security officer in one of my offices in the secretariat. His child went to public school. His child has graduated from law school last year. So it shows that even with what he is earning, he still trains the child to be somebody. So now look at people that earn more than that. Some people will take 80,000 naira. Out of that 80,000 naira, they would, when they leave office, they will not go home straight. They will go somewhere where they will spend at least 30,000 naira every month, 1,000 per day. That means his take home is just 50,000, because where it goes every evening, 30,000 naira will surely go there.
The leisure, unwinding.
Leisure, unwinding, but if you cannot afford it, don't get involved.
The issue of health and safety while at work, of workers. How far about it now?
Well, Oyo State government has a scheme in place, OISHA, Oyo State Health Insurance Agency. We are registered, all of us, including pensioners, are registered on that scheme. So anytime we feel unwell, we approach the hospital and we are taken care of. Sometimes we might have issue. And that issue is because the funds that is available to them is no longer active, is no longer sufficient to manage that scheme. And that is why they have had that their deduction, what we subscribe to, should be increased. But what they are proposing now is that whatever they bring, whatever we eventually agree on, we either include annual checkup, and if it's not sufficient for annual checkup, it will still take care of treatment. Because we are planning, we are looking at two modes. The first mode will be co-payment with OISHA. That is, if you need 60,000 to treat yourself, OISHA will bring 20 or 30. You also bring 40 or 30. But another one is OISHA will take charge of all expenses. So we are working on it. We are yet to reach an agreement on it. And when we get that agreement, we will continue. But however, the current old scheme is still ongoing. So that is about OISHA, and that is about our health scheme. About safety, we try as much as possible to take care of our safety in the secretariat. We have Legion, we have Amotekun, we have people engaged from other paramilitary offices guiding our various establishments, either within secretariat or outside secretariat. And we sometimes also do talks on why you need to keep yourself safe, either at home or at workplace. We sometimes bring in the fire service agency to speak to our people with regards to that. So our safety and our health scheme in the service is in place.
Okay.
Still talking about economic well-being during and after service. Now, I know there is this standing rule in the general order that prohibits civil servants from engaging in other work aside what they do for the government. Now, I want to be particular about Oyo State now. Has there been a tinkering with or review of this in view of the hard times? And if this is the case, won't this affect productivity in service?
Okay. Thank you. You know that tí èèyàn bá ṣọ́ ojúlé méjì, ẹran jẹ kan. If you are a government worker and you are still doing something else, one will be affected. It's either the government work or your own work. That is why the government has asked you not to do anything outside the service, except farming, which you can do at the weekend, not during the week. I attended a program in Abuja about 3 weeks ago during Code of Conduct Bureau, reviewing Code of Conduct activities too, like we did with PENCOM, pension issue. And at that discussion, some people came up with the idea that this part of the rules must be tinkered with, because the current take-home can actually take us to close home, and we have to work the rest. For example, if I'm coming to Bashoru and from Challenge, If the money is able to take me to gates, I go to gates. It means that I have to walk to Bashoru to get home. Therefore, there is need to tinker with that bill. But since it has not been tinkered with, since it has not been reviewed, we will still stick to the fact that you are not expected to do any other thing along with your civil service job. But it's still in progress. There is that likelihood that something will be done about it. Because you know that there is, some people even mentioned it there that, but the doctors can do work along with their job that they will say that they are trying to save people's lives, because people's lives matters, either whether they are enjoying the secretariat doing the work or outside work. But they said that it depends on when you get to the court, because they might also be saying that they are not supposed to do that. So, my brother, we are still looking into it, and there's that possibility of allowing us to do some things, but with moderation.
But it's not that whoever is found engaging in maybe business activities, it's not that particular officer will be punished as we speak.
The person will be punished because you are not supposed to engage in any other duty aside the one that you have obtained the letter to perform. If you know you want to do something alongside with the civil service work, it's better you resign. And if you are due for retirement, it's better you retire and face that job. Take our pension and do your own job. But it has not been reviewed. It's only when it is service for public service, you will always have that problem if your focus is mainly on civil and public service. However, like you said, some people prefer skills these days. That's what we're encouraging. So that will reduce the number of unemployment. But that does not mean that it will affect the future of the people who graduate and people who want to join government service, because they will see the integrity, they will see the end, they will see the joy, they will see that fulfillment in the life of people that have passed through it. So they will always have more people even than what you can bring in. So the fact that some people are going to skill acquisition and being self-employed does not mean that we not have people going to the civil service. At every point, every year, for you to give your best. If you plan, if you want to give your best to the society, public service is the best way to get it done.
But guest of the month is also audience participatory on the BCOS television, and it's time to hear from our audience at home. And we have these phone lines: 090 71 606 375, 090 71 603 375, and 070 8682 5197. The numbers are right there on the screen. Just call in, and you would have the opportunity of speaking directly with the number one civil servant in Oyo State, Mrs. Olubumi Olufunkeoni, MNI, the head of service in Oyo State. And we also like to inform you that just as we are transmitting on BCOS television, we are also live on Oluyole FM, Okeogun FM, and Agility FM. Okeogun FM in Alaga, in the Okeogun of the state, Agility FM, Gambari, Ogumosho, as well as on our social media handles. We are transmitting live. We are live streaming on various social media handles. Hello. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm so happy for the guests you brought to the program to analyze everything for us this morning. I am so happy. I'm calling from Australia. But what I just want to say is that for those people that have retired, she said something that we have some people, like the question that you asked, I want to come back to retire, wọn ti sábà leave bó ṣe yẹ kán leave And he said he answered it in a way that I like. But mostly that is that our come there they have people abroad. They put my assist to one. Only say that then pay area àwọn civil service civil servants baba want to retire because they are able to like save from their salary. Àti pé àwọn tó bá ti retire and wọ́n tún máa ń take care àwọn ṣe àwọn sáà ara àwọn kan tó yẹ pé wọ́n ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ tí wọ́n fi tọ́mọ wọn so tí wọ́n fi tó fi di pé bóyá wọ́n lè live comfortably after the retirement. So nǹkan tí mi rí nìyẹn kì í ṣe pé bóyá their salary because economy of the country these days kò gba kéèyàn máa fó pamọ́ nínú salary èló léèyàn ń gbà téèyàn máa assuming that one is receiving 80,000 per month now and he's able to like save maybe 30 or 40 out of that money èló kò lè kàn kankan so ara àwọn kan tó yẹ pé wọ́n ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ from abroad or maybe àwọn ọmọ wọn ti dàgbà bóyá wọ́n rí èèyàn bá wọn tọ́mọ wọn wá ń fà ní tó ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ ní nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ so adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn ṣá so Ọlọ́run máa ràn wá lọ́wọ́ àti àwọn àtàwa náà.
You didn't tell us your name.
Oh,
it's gone.
okay.
Well, he was trying to say that people who live well.
I understood what he has said. Tó ẹ pẹ́ ṣì ń gbọ́ wa nǹkan tí mò ń gbìyànjú láti sọ ni wípé ìgbẹ̀yìn àwa òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba kì í ṣe kó máa ń rí rádaràda. Nǹkan tí a bá gbìyànjú láti ṣe ní ká tó rìtáyà ó máa ń help wa tá a bá ṣe tán. Ẹ̀yin náà sì ti sọ ẹni ó ṣeé ṣe kó jẹ́ pé àwọn ọmọ wọn ló ń tún ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ ló fi dàbí ẹni pé títà wọn kan dùn àbí títà wọn kan dà. Owó tí wọ́n ti save nìyẹn ni owó tó save yẹn ni oye ọmọ tí wọ́n tọ́. Owó tí a sì fi tọ́ ọmọ nígbà tá a bá fi tọ́ wọn tán ṣe hàn pé wọ́n máa ti lọ ìwọ̀nba kéékèèké tá a bá ṣì ń continue nípa cooperative wa á rí gbàǹgbà tá a bá ń lọ ṣe hàn pé nígbà bá ń lọ a máa ń gba cooperative wa pẹ̀lú yẹn a lè fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ nǹkan kan. Gbogbo nǹkan tí mò ń gbìyànjú láti ṣàlàyé fún wa nìyẹn pé kì í ṣe pé a máa ń di akúrẹ̀tẹ̀ tá a bá kúrò lẹ́nu iṣẹ́. Ó ṣeé ṣe kó jẹ́ pé tá a bá ní oore ọ̀fẹ́ láti fi owó pamọ́ àwọn owó kéékèèké tá a bá fi pamọ́ yẹn ó máa ń ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Owó yẹn lè máa pọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n a lè fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ nǹkan kan tí a bá ti kọjá àyè ara wa ju bó ṣe yẹ lọ. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́.
So as you lay your bed, so you
lie on it.
Sometimes, not all the time.
So we have another commercial.
Oh yes, we'll take a short commercial break.
The home is under attack, but not for long, because Hypo is here. Dirty floors and surfaces.
Not on our watch.
Dirty and stains no fit do us shakara. We got the remedy, original palasa. Hypo, go hypo.
Germs always find a way back.
No greed. Protect every day with Hypo.
Hypo, go hypo.
All right, we are back, and it's good to know you are still there. Still guest of the month on a BCOS television, and we are engaging the #1 civil servant in Oyo State, the head of the Oyo State Civil Service, Mrs. Olubumi Olufunke Oni MNI. And well, before we went on that break, we are talking about the fact that we should, while we are in service, also have a focus on the future and what the end would be when we leave service. But I also want to I want to further hold you on the matter of being able to do something else while you are working as a civil servant. And where am I coming from this time around? Now, young people in school nowadays, they're always being encouraged to learn a vocational skill while they're in school. Even the NYC, they call it Sahid.
Right.
This scheme is being encouraged that should learn one vocation or the other. So now, that kind of young person that has learned a vocation and is in fact already practicing that vocation, and at one point or the other gets an offer of employment in the civil service. Yes, I know there are rules, and rules are meant to be obeyed. Rules are meant to be followed. But then, looking at the moral aspect of it, if you have encouraged a young person to learn a vocational skill and then he gets into the civil service, and you tell him or her that you can no longer practice this, how fair is that?
It's not about being fair. It's about the rules. And the person must have asked about where he or she is being engaged before accepting the appointment letter. However, that does not foreclose the fact that the person could practice his trade during the weekend and ensure that it does not affect his work. And that weekend, if the person has to go to work, that means they cannot practice it. Because if you are a nurse and you have to attend, you have to go to work, or if you have an assignment now at night or weekend, you definitely, that has to be put aside. Your work comes first. If you know that you cannot comply with that, it's better you leave it for people that are ready to comply, and you go and face that work that you have developed yourself in. Currently, the rule has not been changed. It's about rules, it's about regulations. It has to be followed. But peradventure, you are now doing it. You must do it in a manner that will not affect your primary assignment, which is the work that you are being paid for.
Okay. The dress code in the civil service, recently dress code was introduced. So how is it going, how should it be, the dress code?
In the colonial eras, you had to wear English wear, which is their wear, which is the dressing of our colonial fathers, colonial masters, from Monday to Sunday, from Sunday to Saturday, anytime you are at work. But we also have our own culture. We also have what we wear, and our culture is about what we wear and what we speak and how we behave. And we believe that we should do something that should give us that opportunity to also practice our culture. If you go to work every day in English wear, your child will not even recognize the fact that there's a culture of what you wear in your community. And we don't want our culture to die that natural death. The child might even be confused. Mommy is always in suits. Daddy is always in suits. But my neighbor is always in the traditional wear. Why? But when the child sees that you also wear traditional wear, sometimes the child will be able to ask questions and be able to explain. So, in this case, we believe that we must bring our culture into the service too. When you dress and you are relaxed, anybody that comes into your office will even be relaxed to discuss with you. I mean, are people from outside the service. When they come to the secretariat to get some things done, when they see you dressed like them, they will be free to discuss with you. So these are more. Inform the fact that we sent a proposal to His Excellency, the Executive Governor, Engineer Sheyi Makinde, FNSC, DSC, GSSRS, that we would like for him to give us a day that we'll be wearing our own dress. We have it on Friday because we want people to relax when they are going to mosque and when they are going to parties after service, after work and all that. But we also want another day within the service. And he said, well, there's no big deal about it. However, our own material in Oyo State is Asho Oke, Asho Ofi. And if he has to approve it, it means that he will approve it for us to encourage the use of Asho Oke. I said, no problem, sir, that will be fine. And he said he approves that we wear native dresses, our traditional dresses, but there must be a touch of Asho Oke in it. You can put it on the arm, it can be pocket, it can be on the neck, It can be full one, Ashoke. It can be your filler or your gele. That is what he has approved that we must use. And that is what we have been using. And people love it. And they do wear it. You know, some people take several Ashoebi in Ashoke and it's in the wardrobe. They cannot use it. Several filler or gele, they cannot use it. So with this introduction, they have opportunity to use it outside the parties that they have bought the Ashoke for, or outside their mosque or church or wherever they wear it to. So it's a way of encouraging our culture, of improving our culture, of booming the market for Ashoke. Because we have more people who now buy Ashoke. If we have even exported it, you see a lot of people at Abuja, Lagos, Port Harcourt, and other using Ashoke as trouser with various designs, using it as top, using it as jacket and trouser. Use Ashoke different way. It can be worn anyhow. But on Thursdays in Oyo State, we wear your traditional outfit with a touch of Ashoke. On Friday, you wear your traditional outfit. You might not use Ashoke with it, and you are also free to use Ashoke with it any way you like it. But on Thursday, there must be a touch of Ashoke with whatever you wear. Thank you.
All right. We still welcome contributions from members of the from the audience. 090-71606-375 and 070-8682-5197.
We're still expecting your calls, and it's an opportunity for you to ask any questions, any question that you have for our guest on the program today.
I want to take you back to where we started from, the early beginnings. Now, as a young Nigerian growing up in the 60s, 70s, and then 80s or thereabouts, you must have been very enthusiastic about the future of this country. Now that you have had a fulfilled career in the civil service and you have seen the evolution of the Nigerian story, do you still have that enthusiasm of your youth regarding Nigeria, regarding our dear country?
Nigeria will be better. Don't worry. Just let everyone put in their best. Let's do the best. Let's contribute our quota. Nigeria will be a dream. Will be our dream, a country of our dream. Nigeria will be a country of our dream. Just let us contribute our quota. Let's contribute our best. Let's put in our best. That is what I will say.
Okay. Well, our time is fast spent. We want to appreciate those who are on the entourage of the head of service. And I'm starting with Alhaji Taiwo Niro Mustafa, who is the PS, Service Policy and Strategy Office of the Head of Service. Thank you so much for coming, sir. Also, Alhaji Hamid Alade Bello, the PS, Ministry of Establishment and Strategy. Mr. Ujola Adeola, PS, Local Government Service Commission. Barrister Muyiwa S. Olagoke, PS, Career Management Office, Office of the Head of Service. Mrs. Christiana Adejumo, PS, Civil Service Commission. Also, Mr. Elisha Folaromi, Special Assistant to the Head of Service. And Mr. Abiodun Atilola, Media Officer to the Head of Service. We would like to thank you so much for coming with the Head of Service to the program today. I think we still have like 2 or 3 minutes. You know, Ma, let me just ask this question, and it's a personal question. I want to know if you are fulfilled in the service. Would you say you are fulfilled now in your career?
It's evident. I'm very, very fulfilled.
Wow, great.
All right, your parting words to young men and women who are just coming into the civil service.
Whether you have been in the service before now, or you are just joining the service. Whether you are young in the service or you are old in the service, my word is that you must put in your best. Put in your best at all times. The reward might not be in heaven, it might be just on this earth. Do your best.
Now, a lot of people also wonder, they see you as a technocrat par excellence, and amazing, a woman like a man. So they often ask this question, and I want to ask you now, do you unwind, and how do you unwind? How do you spend your leisure time?
Well, I watch film and I listen to music,
What kind of music now?
gospel music.
Good.
And what kind of films would interest you?
It will be funny that I don't really watch Yoruba films. I watch English film, films that love story film that will relax me, not thrillers.
Okay, not the kind of films that will place you on the edge of your
No,
seat.
I don't watch such. When it gets to that, I jump it.
Okay. All right, been an interesting time on Guest of the Month for the month of May, and we've been talking